You've been told to plan your entire life. Work hard for 40 plus years. Save for retirement. Then, at 65, when your body is breaking down and half your life is over, you finally get to enjoy it. And we just accept this? We accept that the best years of our lives, our health, our energy, our freedom, are supposed to be spent working for someone else's profit? That's not a retirement plan. That's a scam. Today, I'm breaking down why waiting until 65 to live your life is insane and what you can do instead. Let's talk about the traditional retirement model. You work from your 20s to your 60s. You save a little bit here and there, maybe into a 401k, maybe into an IRA. You hope the stock market doesn't crash. You hope your company doesn't go under. You hope you don't get laid off right before retirement. And then, if everything goes perfectly, you retire at 65 with enough money to live modestly for the rest of your life. But there are problems with this model. Problem number one, you're betting on your health. At 65, you might be healthy, or you might have chronic pain, limited mobility, health issues that prevent you from doing the things you always dreamed of. You spent 40 years saying, I'll travel when I retire. I'll hike that mountain when I retire. I'll learn that skill when I retire. But when you finally retire, your knees hurt. Your back hurts. You're exhausted. The time to live your life is now, when you're healthy and capable, not when you're 65 and hoping your body still works. Problem number two, it's based on a system that no longer exists. The traditional retirement model was built in the 1950s when people worked for one company their entire career. Pensions were common. Social Security was robust. The cost of living was manageable. None of that is true anymore. Today, pensions are basically extinct. Social Security might not exist by the time you retire, or it'll be a fraction of what it is now. The cost of living is skyrocketing. Job security is a joke. So you're being told to follow a retirement plan that was designed for a world that doesn't exist anymore. Problem number three, you're sacrificing the best years of your life. Your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, these are your prime years. You have energy. You have health. You have time. But instead of living, you're grinding. You're delaying joy. You're telling yourself, I'll do it later. And for what? So you can finally live at 65? That's not living. That's surviving until you're allowed to live. Let's talk numbers. How much do you actually need to retire? Financial advisors will tell you that you need $1 to $1.5 million saved to retire comfortably. Let's break that down. If you're making $60,000 per year and you want to save $1 million by age 65, you'd need to save roughly $15,000 per year for 40 years, assuming 5% investment returns. That's 25% of your gross income. After taxes, rent, bills, food, healthcare, most people can't save that much. And even if you do manage to save $1 million, inflation will eat away at it. Healthcare costs in retirement are insane, thousands per month. You might live to 85 or 90, meaning your savings have to last 20 to 25 years. So the math that worked in the 1980s, it doesn't work anymore. Most people will never be able to retire the way they were promised. Here's the part nobody wants to talk about. What if you die before you retire? It happens. All the time. People work their entire lives, saving and sacrificing, planning for retirement, and then they die at 62, or 58, or 50. And all that time they spent delaying their dreams? Wasted. I'm not saying this to be morbid. I'm saying it because it's real. Life is not guaranteed. And spending 40 plus years waiting for permission to enjoy your life is a gamble you might lose. So what's the alternative? Stop waiting until 65 to live your life. Here are better models. Option 1, mini retirements. Instead of working nonstop until 65, take extended breaks throughout your life. Work for 2 to 3 years. Save aggressively. Then take 6 to 12 months off. Travel. Rest. Pursue a passion project. Recharge. Then go back to work when you're ready. This model lets you live now instead of deferring everything to age 65. Examples. Work remote for a few years. Save. Then take a year to travel Southeast Asia. Freelance for 6 months. Take 6 months off. Work seasonal jobs that give you months off at a time. Option 2. Coast fire. Coast fire means save aggressively in your 20s and 30s, then stop saving and just cover your living expenses. Your early savings compound over time, so by 65 you'll have enough to retire, but you don't have to keep grinding to save more. You can work part-time. Take lower stress jobs. Prioritize quality of life over salary. Example, save $200,000 by age 35. Let it grow at 7% annually. By 65, it's worth $1.5 million without adding another dollar. Meanwhile, you work less and live life more. Option 3. Build location-independent income. If you can make money remotely or through passive income streams, you can retire early by moving somewhere with a lower cost of living. Example, make $3,000 per month online, freelancing, content, digital products. Move to Portugal, Thailand, Mexico, etc. Then, live comfortably on $2,000 per month. Retire at 40 instead of 65. Option 4. Redefine retirement. What if retirement isn't about stopping work entirely? What if it's about doing work you choose, on your terms, without the pressure of survival? Examples, work 10 to 20 hours per week on projects you love. Freelance when you feel like it. Build a small business that doesn't consume your life. Teach, mentor, create, on your schedule. This model lets you stay engaged, make money, and live freely, without waiting until 65. Alright, so you're convinced waiting until 65 is insane. Now what? Here's how to start living now without destroying your future. Step 1. Calculate your enough number. Go back to the minimalist income model in a previous video. What do you actually need to live comfortably? Once you know that number, you can start designing your life around it instead of chasing more. Step 2. Build flexibility into your income. The more your income is tied to remote work, freelancing, passive income, skills that travel with you, the more freedom you have to live life now instead of later. Step 3. Prioritize experiences over stuff. Stop spending money on things that don't matter. Start spending on experiences that enrich your life now. Travel, even cheaply. Learn new skills. Spend time with people you love. Don't wait until 65 to do the things that make life worth living. Step 4. Save strategically, not obsessively. Yes, save for the future. But don't sacrifice your entire present for a future that's not guaranteed. Find the balance. Save enough to give yourself options, but live enough to actually enjoy your life. Step 5. Question the default path. Just because everyone works until 65 doesn't mean you have to. Ask yourself, what if I don't want to wait? What if there's another way? What would my life look like if I designed it for now, not for 40 years from now? The retirement model we've been sold is broken. It was designed for a world that no longer exists, and it asks you to sacrifice the best years of your life for a future that's not guaranteed. You don't have to wait until 65 to live. You can take mini retirements. You can build flexible income. You can redefine what retirement even means. You can design a life where you're living now, not deferring joy for decades. Because nobody on their deathbed wishes they'd worked more. But a lot of people wish they'd lived more. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for 65. Start living now. If this resonated, hit subscribe. Because we're done playing by their rules. See you in the next one.